All right, it's me again. Yes, I know you're getting a load of these videos. I'm recording them all in one hit. To be completely honest with you, I just want to put them up. I don't know how many people watch them. I don't know how interesting they are, but they're just things, like I say, that arose from a sort of what was effectively a support group therapy session with a good friend of mine yesterday. Things that arose that I kind of wanted to talk about, and this guy that I spoke speaking to last night is a good personal friend of mine. I've known him for God longer than I care to remember, and he is a self-confessed alcoholic. Functioning, you know, good job, family, nice guy. Isn't very ready. I've never. Well, I have seen him drunk, but not very often. Just generally a really decent chat, and we spoke at length about things, including addiction, and it threw up a load of ideas that I wanted to just literally just get on here and ramble about. So yeah, you've probably got about half hour of me waffling today. But one thing that struck me about talking to him is he's a friend with an addiction. He's not an addiction friend. And I've spoken about this before, how we have, when we are suffering with any kind of habit or addiction, we develop a group of people we refer to as friends, where realistically the only things we maybe have in common are our addiction. So I've spoken about people that you maybe see in the bookies or in a casino that you see regularly because you're there regularly in the same way that they're there regularly. But the only thing, excuse me, the only thing realistically that you have in common is your compulsion to undertake this destructive behaviour. And when you get into a recovery, there has to be a level of acceptance that you will leave these people kind of in the past, realistically, where they belong. And that's not to say these are bad people. If you're watching this video, chances are you too are suffering from some form of addiction or compulsion, and it doesn't mean that you are inherently a bad person. A bad habit doesn't make a bad person. It can lead us to do bad things that would implicate us as being bad people. But generally speaking, it's not a dispersion on your character. The fact that you have fallen into a trap of this sort of mental health battle that we experience. So when you decide that you want to do something about this, you want to address your demons and you want to move forward, there is a requirement to distance yourself from those people with whom you have nothing else in common. And it will become quite apparent quite quickly. The people that are purely gambling friends or drinking friends or recreational drug using friends, whatever label you'd want to put on those. And which people are actually friends that just happen to maybe be around you when you're acting out on these compulsions. And the real way to tell, I believe, is their reaction to your recovery or your desire and efforts to change the way in which you live your life. If someone is a true friend, a close friend, someone who really has your best interests at heart, if you open up to them, if you say to them, look, I'm suffering with XYZ, I have this addiction, I have this compulsion, I'm unable to control this, I'm seeking help, I'm doing this, I'm going to therapy, and you want to open up and talk to these people, then they will support you. They will become part of what is intrinsically a very, very powerful and very important support network for you. And they will be grateful that you've opened up to them, and they will be, like I say, supportive in every way they can, and they will be, pleased for you that you have made this decision to do something to better yourself, to improve your life, to break free from the shackles of some horrible addiction or compulsion. If, however, these people are addict friends, they're addiction friends, they're gambling friends or drinking friends, then maybe initially on the surface they may make the right noises. If you are a gambling addict and you spend time with people that are also addicted to the same thing, you say, I've decided to not gamble on it yet. I've decided I'm not going to do this anymore. I've decided this is bad for me. I'm doing it too much. It's too expensive. It's causing problems in my life, problems with my wife, problems with my family, causing problems with my work, and all the other things, right? And you open up and you talk to them. They may make the right noise and say, yeah, good idea. I need to do the same. Probably. That's likely to be the opening gambit. If you then stick to your recovery, if you then maintain your period of abstinence, of clarity, of recovery, or whatever you want to call it, you stay on the proverbial wagon. You can tell who is a true friend by how their attitudes change. If they are a true friend, they will continue to support you. They will check in on you. They will ask how you're doing. They will talk to you about your recovery. They will ask about how you're feeling in yourself and all the rest of it. All the things that true friends and close family and all the rest of it do. If you have little in common, if they are just an addict friend, if they are a gambling friend or a drinking friend, they will not do such things. And the reason being is, by being in recovery, you slowly become the enemy to other addicts that you may previously have considered friends, because you are highlighting to them their own problem. If you get into recovery and you are suddenly happier, healthier, wealthier, alleviated of stress, and they can see that in you, they will secretly resent you, because nobody wants someone else to elevate themselves above what they perceive their own level of status to be. No one wants to be left behind. It's the reason, particularly here in the UK, we have such an issue with success and wealth and celebrity, is because we support people on the way up, but when they get to a perceived level of success or of affluence or wealth or just stability, we resent them, because we look at them as a sort of reflection of what we could be had we not have continued down the road we were on. And in our instance, that might be a path of addiction or compulsion or depression or whatever. So nobody really wants to see people elevated, well above their own perceived status. And if they are a true friend, then they will wish you every good will. They will wish you the best, and they will check in on you, and they will make sure you're okay, and they will talk to you. And this is how you come to realise the circle of people that you move in aren't necessarily always friends. And the ones that are friends will still be there long after the addiction has subsided or been repressed, or you've maintained a recovery. And they are the people that are worth keeping hold of. So if you are concerned about quitting gambling, or indeed drinking, drugs, whatever it is, if you're concerned that you will lose friends, you will. But some of these friends aren't friends, they're perceived friends. They're people who just literally have fallen into your life through a shared compulsion and a shared addiction. And if you're going to rid yourself of that addiction, then you need to rid yourself of these people. And this isn't, like I say, to say these are bad people. They are just like you. But in the same way that you need to shed them, they need to get rid of you. Because in the same way that a support network can help you in recovery, a support network of fellow addicts can help maintain your addiction and to some extent justify and normalise it. So getting rid of them is so essential. I'll leave that one there. Like I say, probably a trio of really rather random, rambly videos today, but just a lot to think about, a lot to talk about. Have a great weekend, everyone. I don't know if I'll be on over the weekend, but I'm hoping to do another live stream soon. And next time maybe I'll actually give a little bit more notice so more of you can join. But yeah, it's always so nice to pop on and chat to everyone. As I say, Patreon link in the description below. Stay safe, stay sane, and I'll speak to you all soon. All the best.